Della Santina. I am so happy to be here today. This is amazing. We are at the Enoteca, right?
Sweden. Yes, we are.
And that's next door to Della Santina, the trattoria.
Trattoria, sì, rosticeria and pasticceria, sì.
Okay, see, I'm getting an Italian lesson. I did not know the rotisserie and the...
Yeah, roasted rotisserie style meats, including chicken, duck, rabbit. Pasticceria, meaning we make all our own pastries in-house.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Tell us, where are we going to be eating today?
This is the traditional dish done in most trattorias in Tuscany. We're from Lucca, so most trattorias on their signs outside will always have farro in the wintertime. So this is a Tuscan barley soup. We drizzle with a little extra virgin olive oil, and then it's finished with a little bit of crouton and a little Grana Padano Parmesan style cheese.
Okay, so what is farro?
Farro is a spelt. The base of the soup is a spelt. Yes, it's actually correctly called spelt, but it is cooked. What we do with this base is kind of a minestrone base, and then you cook the farro in. The reason this dish existed is obviously super hearty. So a lot of these dishes are peasant dishes, and that's where we come from. We're from Tuscany, out in the country, and these are peasant dishes. We call it Tuscan comfort food, is what we like to call it. This minestrone base takes quite a few hours to make as well. It's a very old recipe.
Well, it smells so good, and my mouth is watering. So I think we need to taste
Let's
this.
taste it.
It smells amazing.
Looks good.
Oh wow, this is great.
Not bad. Yep.
I love it.
Got a little texture with the spelt, with the farro, and the minestrone base is good. The olive oil you taste. Obviously the dish is very important with the olive oil, gives it that hidden flavor. So
Tell us about this olive oil.
So,
this is your brand.
Yeah, so we started this project. It's probably been 5 or 6 years ago. We decided to bottle some olive oil that's imported from Italy and some balsamic from Modena in the balsamic bottle there. And it's been a cool project.
And people can order this online?
Yeah,
Where do you go?
It's on the. It's actually at Enoteca, DellaSantina.com. So that's the website. DellaSantinas.com is the restaurant website, but you can cross over to either one. So
well, this is a little Tuscany village right here, right?
Yes, it is. Definitely.
Thank you so much for having us.
That's it.
Thanks for watching Meatless Monday. We will see you next week. And we are back at the Locanda Estate Vineyard, and it is a chilly day in Sonoma County, California. So I am warming up with a glass of Romulus from the Locanda Vineyard, and I'm going to be making some farro and bean soup that is inspired by a visit that I had at Della Santina restaurant. Now, Rob Della Santina is an amazing guy. We love him, had so much fun there. I hope you get to meet him when you go. He does not give away his family secret recipes though. So we had to research this recipe and come up with one of our own. So this is inspired by Della Santina, and we're gonna give it a try. We start off the dish with farro, which is an ancient grain, and it takes about an hour to cook. It's a really hearty, one of the most, probably the oldest grain in the world. It's where all other grains derived. And it holds its consistency, so it doesn't get soggy when cooked for a long time. So that's why it's great for stews and soups. That's cooking on the stove for about an hour, and then we're gonna start with the flavor base using a mirepoix, which is 2 parts onion, 1 part celery, 1 part carrot, and you cook it on a low heat slowly, just to make the sweetness come out. We don't want to saute it. We don't want to caramelize it or give it a different color. So we cook it at a low temperature for a long time. So after we have the mirepoix going, we're gonna add some Tuscan cannellini beans. And we always need more thyme, so we're gonna use a little thyme to season it. And I like using a little bit of vegetable stock that brings out the flavor. So I like using that instead of too much salt. So this is a great dish to make on a Sunday because you need time to do this right. So we've got the farro cooking here. It's gonna take about an hour. I'm adding the olive oil to a little bit of butter, and this is gonna go on a very low heat. Our mirepoix, we're gonna season it later after this stuff cooks slowly and brings out the sweetness. So I'm gonna have another glass of wine and go sit by the fire and just let this be. Just let it go. So here's what our mirepoix looks like after it's been cooking slow and low. And we're just gonna add it into a stew pot. Right, and you know what I forgot to tell you about one little ingredient earlier, and that is tomato paste. Can of tomato paste, that's all you need. Plop it in, maybe a little more. Because I remember the color of that farro and bean soup had a little orangey color to it. All right, a pinch of thyme. Yeah. Italian cannellini beans. Alright, and then we're gonna mix all this together with the handheld blender. Vegetable stock. So now it's time to add the farro that's been cooking. This stuff has nice texture to it and lots of protein in this. So we're just gonna let this simmer 15 minutes, 10 hours, who knows, it'll be good tomorrow too. This stuff is gonna be great, okay? This soup looks so creamy, but there's no cream in it. It's all the cannellini beans. Parsley for garnish, olive oil drizzled. And of course, we're gonna top it with cheese. I'm gonna enjoy this soup right here by this fire. It's the perfect dish for a cold winter's day, and I wanna thank Rob at Della Santina for inspiring this dish. Rob, I know you won't share your secrets, but we came close. Rob, if you're watching, how'd we do? Did we come close? Well, I'll tell you what. I think it's delicioso. So, try it and see what you think, and we'll see you guys next week on another Meatless Monday. It's very chewy.
What else you got?